Hello, I'm Jin Xuan. Welcome to Creating Technical Drawing by Hand. Engineering drawing is very important because it is how engineers communicate ideas better. Although most engineering drawing are created on computer, hand drawing is still an important skill. Drawing created by hand can usually be done somewhat quickly by using just a few basic drawing tools. The purpose of this lesson is to show you how to create simple drawing with basic drawing tools. When you prepare to create a drawing by hand, you should first make sure that you have a good surface to draw on. You may not have a drafting table, but using the same vinyl covering font on the drafting table can give you a smooth drawing surface and protects the surface underneath. Of course, you can draw anywhere you can find a smooth surface. Next, you will need a pencil or a pen to draw with. To produce a good quality drawing, you need a good quality pencil or pen. The simplest pencil is the woodcase pencil. These are very lightweight, easy to hold, and will have different lead heaviness. Make sure you have a sharpener as well. You can also use a lead holder. This uses 2 mm size lead that simply slides into the bottom and can be adjusted to stick out as much as you want. These leads also come in different hardness, and the lead pointer is used to keep a good drawing point on the lead. Another type of pencil is the modern mechanical pencil. These pencils will have different size leads that never need to be sharpened. The most common lead size 0.5 mm and the 0.7 mm, but you can also find 0.3 and 0.9 mm size. These leads also come in different hardness. Be sure you don't let the lead extend too far from the end of the mechanical pencil, or it will always break off. When choosing the hardness of a pencil lead, think about how dark your line needs to look and how easily the lead can be smeared across the paper. A soft lead will be darker but will smear more easily than a hard lead. A hard lead will be lighter and more difficult to smear, but it also requires more pressure to draw lines. There are no standards for manufacturing the hardness of graphite in a pencil lead, but there are 2 grading scales used to measure hardness. One grading scale is a numeric scale where the grade number is usually marked on the pencil, and the higher the number, the harder the graphite. A number 2 pencil is considered a medium soft lead. The second grading scale is the HB scale. The middle of this scale is HB and is about the same as the number 2 pencil. The HB scale also has a numbering system used with either B or H to indicate the degree of blackness or hardness. A 4B pencil is softer and will produce a darker mark than a 2B pencil. A 4H pencil is harder and will produce a lighter mark than a H pencil. If you draw with a pencil, You will need to erase mistakes and markings you don't want. You might want to have a handheld eraser or a pen-style eraser holder, or perhaps even an electric eraser. A white vinyl erasing material is generally a good choice. An erasing shield is also a useful erasing tool if you need to control the area to be erased. The erasing shield can protect those areas you don't want to erase. To remove the eraser dust from your drawing area without smudging your line work, you should have a good drafting brush. If you want to draw with ink, there are technical pens designed specifically for drafting. These pens come with different point size and an ink reservoir that can be refilled. Point size range from a very fine tip knot to a much thicker size 4 and can produce very precise lines when used correctly. Ink pens have a precision steel tip with a wire, and when they are not being used must be cleaned before the ink dries. There are also disposable tap ink pens that can be used. These also come with different precision point size, but do not require as much care. Whether you use a pencil or a pen, find what works best for you and use it. Creating a technical drawing by hand also requires a good drawing paper or some other media that you can draw on. The paper should let you draw clean and uniform lines. There are several types of paper, but you only need to find a few that works best in different situations. The paper you use will also depend on whether you draw with a pencil or an ink pen. Papers that you might want to use with a pencil drawing include traditional tracing papers and vellum papers. Some are plain, but others are pre-printed with a grid or frames and title block. Paper from an engineering computation pad and other lightweight bind drafting and layout papers are also suitable for pencil drawings. Drafting films, such as mylar or polyester films, are better for ink. A drafting film will usually have one or both sides with a matted surface and can also be used with pencil. Although there are different paper sizes, an 8.5 by 11 or an A4 size paper will usually be okay for a simple technical drawing created by hand. A technical drawing should have a title block. Although a simple drawing created by hand may not need a formal title block, you can use a paper that already has a title block, or you may draw the title block area yourself. A title block is generally placed in the lower right-hand corner of the drawing area. A frame or boundary line that includes the outer border of the title block helps to create a good quality drawing. Again, you either can use a paper that already has a frame or you may draw it. Most of the time, you will want to make sure your paper doesn't slip as you draw. So have a good drafting tape on hand and place some on each corner to secure the paper to your drawing surface.